During the international exchange, participants of the Erasmus Plus project Entrepreneurial Learning in Europe conducted a vlog in front of the building of the European Commission in Brussels to Erasmus Days.
Viewers, today we are standing in the front of the European Commission building. We're gonna ask some students what do they think about Erasmus. Hello. Dear girls, what do you think about Erasmus?
For me, Erasmus breaking down language barriers. Yeah. For me, it is the opportunity to learn new languages.
I like this answer. We have also their girls. Yo, girls. What do you think about Erasmus?
For me, Erasmus is learning new knowledge and discovering new cultures.
And for you?
For me, it's developing entrepreneurial qualities.
Thank you for your answer. We have also somebody over there. Maybe we'll catch them as well. Hello guys, can I ask you something?
Yes.
What do you think about Erasmus?
For me, it's gaining experience in international cooperation.
And for you?
For me, Erasmus is learning to work in international team.
For me, it's improving analytical thinking.
For me, Erasmus is nice exchanging.
Once more, thank you for your answers. See you next time.
Would you mind answering some questions? Of course not. Okay, so the first question I have is, do you think it is worth visiting the European Parliament in Brussels?
I think it is because it's like one of the most important things in Europe.
Oh, then why is that?
Because there are very interesting things about the EU and stuff.
Interesting. And my second question would be, do you think it is a good idea to start a tourist company in Belgium?
Yes, actually, because there are many tourists here in Belgium, and there are a lot of things for them to see, and they also need a place to stay or like transport for them to travel to different sites and stuff.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Have a great day.
Hello, I'm new to Brussels, so what places you can recommend here?
In my opinion, the best places to visit in Brussels are Atomium, Parliamentarium, where you can get some knowledge about Europe, and the House of European History, when you can see the most important events in our history.
Thank you very much.
4 days ago. I'm going to start with where we are here. Have you seen what sort of building and what's happening here? What was this building used for before? Any idea? Some of you might be a bit more have observation. Yeah, carry on.
Factory.
A factory of what? If you want to step back a little bit and look up.
Mr. Jean, I wanted to ask you if Brussels is a good city to start a company.
Brussels is a very interesting city. It's a bit of a laboratory because it's not an expensive city to live in. First of all, there's a lot of creative people and there's a really big mix. So it's quite interesting to come here because you have a very interesting panel and there are a lot of structures trying to reinvest in new initiatives. It's part of the program of Smart City. I don't know if you study that or you should maybe look at it. Smart City is a European program that is really interesting, trying to use the technology to start something. So yeah, I believe it's a really good place.
What about taxes, and are they friendly to new entrepreneurs?
Yes, so they are in part of the Smart City Hub program and different European organizations. There's usually a good structure that would help you to have financial advantage, either through no tax for a while or subsidies from either the states, either the region, either Europe. So it's quite interesting for that.
Thanks a lot for your answer.
It's a pleasure.
But in Poland, it's exactly about abortion.
Yes.
Women cannot do it anymore. So, did Europe stop anything about it? Or still?
That's a question actually for you, I think. What did Europe do to stop Poland from, or what can Europe do to stop Poland from?
In Polish law we have something like this, that nothing can be higher than our law in our country. So European law doesn't work there in Poland.
Well, when we talk about Europe, we always talk about like how we come together during the same time expecting we also come together both in the same time also respecting how each country decides, to lead, but especially when it comes to law. So I think the effect will be from Europe. I don't think the effect that is small comes from the local perspective. So that's why we're here and we make the stories in the sense like, even though we come together in history and we share some common things, I think that especially like if we take an example in Poland, of course we have also other countries. The local perspective, but especially the influence that the locals have in influencing the law, but also their own politics is very, very important. Europe, what can do is support these initiatives from that perspective, that goes in line with our ideals and what we share in common. So that would be my answer, like from that question.
Thank you.
Yeah, can I add something to that?
Please. I think that the example you meant was also about the institution of law, right? There were political pressure put on Poland, and I think at the end they, I don't have this terminology in law term in English, but I think what they did was take down actually what they established as a court of law that would be more important than the European law. So I think there has already been some steps of taking it down and getting back in a way in line with the
studentischer Mitarbeiter auf Deutsch. He is normally in Germany, and this month he is sort of helping me with the office here in Brussels, and luckily he is both speaking German and Polish perfectly, so if you want to have some questions to him.
Special committees, for example from the Environment Committee, and tell the research in Cologne and to Sandra.
Hello.
Hello.
What is Erasmus for you?
It's nice exchanges. What about you?
For me, Erasmus is gaining experience in international cooperation.
Erasmus for me is improving analytical thinking.
For me, Erasmus is learning
new knowledge and discovering new cultures.
What about you?
For me, it's developing entrepreneurial qualities.
For me, Erasmus is learning to work in international team.
For me, learning about innovative working methods.
For me, Erasmus breaking down language barriers.
For me, it is the opportunity to learn new languages.
Thank you all for your answers.